Hello everybody and welcome back to another Tekken 7 modding video. Today we're going to be going over custom character panels and how to set them. Before we get started, you will need a couple of tools. You will need the Tekken 7 files, which if you don't know how to extract these, I do cover that in my previous video, which I will be linking to this one. You will need the Tekken 7 textures, any sort of extracting tool, and UModel. I will be linking all of these tools in the description below in case you don't have any of them. Personally, I haven't had any issues with these tools, but you are using them at your own risk, so you have been warned. Additionally, you'll also need Photoshop or GIMP or any other image editing software that allows you to save things as a DDS. With Photoshop and GIMP, you do need additional plugins. I will link the Photoshop plugin below, but you will have to find the GIMP one on your own. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be switching out Lily's default picture with this one. And the way that we start whenever we're doing anything like this is we have to first locate where the original one is located in the Tekken 7 files. In this case, it's under Tekken Game, Content, UI Common, Texture 2D, Replace Images, and then at the very bottom we will be switching out both the versus character left and versus character right, along with the custom character, which this is where it appears whenever you're in the character customization screen and you're actually picking the panel. That's what this is. That's that picture. So in here, and this is versus character left, this shows all the different panels for all the different characters. They are listed alphabetically, but if for some reason you can't tell like which one's which, like what's the difference between this one and this one, that's whenever you would open up UModel, and then you would come up here, copy that path, open up UModel, paste that path here, and to set Tekken 7 as a game, you'll go to Unreal Engine 4. Then at the very bottom, there's a Tekken 7 setting. Open up that, and now this is the same directory we were in before, but now we can just double click stuff and like see which panel that is so we know which one we're changing before we get started. In this case, we want to do Lily's default panel. So we would like come here and then see that this is the panel that we want to change. So after we have that information, we can go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and grab this. I'm just clicking it and hitting Control-C to copy it, so it's been copied. We'll come up here to Input, and this is inside the Tekken 7 textures. So Input, and we're going to paste that there. From here, we're going to export it. Whenever we do that, that's going to populate this folder right here. And as you can see, this is our image. So I'm going to double click this to open it up in Photoshop. So as you can see, now we have the image here and we're like ready to edit it. So all I'm going to do is go over to the image I want to replace it with and just drag it in. Now I have to resize it. Little bit bigger, little bit bigger. There we go, it's pretty good. Now, because the way that the frames work, and you can kind of see it right here, we do need to cut this little part out, otherwise it's going to clip through the frame. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my eraser tool and just start kind of peeling away. And you'll know when to stop because, yeah, see right there, that's part of this image right there, and that's not erased. So let's go back up, back up. I think that's good. Might need to go up a little bit higher. No, that's too high because it starts like right there. Yeah. But it's a little bit higher over here. And then you want to kind of cut it off like this so it matches the frame. And this doesn't have to be like exact, but you want it to be as close as you can get. You'll also want to cut off this little corner right here because once again the frame. Then after that, I believe that's all the adjustments you have to make to each picture. You'll want to save it. Oh no, you want next you actually have to merge these because this has to be a single layer whenever you're saving. So after that, you can go up to here, save as, and I'm going to be using the Intel program, which I'm going to be linking down in the description below. And this plugin allows you to like edit the DDS. And you want to make sure this will pop up whenever you're saving it with the Intel program. You'll just want to make sure that color plus alpha is selected, and then this first option right here, and you won't run into any issues. After that, hit OK. And now we can go back to the texture program, and as you can see, this is where we were. This is saved. Now the next thing you have to do is go to input, and what I like to do is hit Control or F2 to rename, and then Control C to copy because we need this file name exactly minus the .us set. Then we go into scripts, and then in this inject script, going to open that up. Right here it says change this. So all we have to do is in between the quotation marks is take out whatever's here and then paste like our new file and then save. And then after that, we can go to inject. What that's going to do is give us this asset right here that we can replace the previous one with. Now we can go back to our packing tool, which is right here, packing. And I'm just going to make a new file. We'll call this Lily panel. And then in here, we have to create the exact same path that we used to get to here. So this is going to be Tekken game, content, UI common, texture 2D, replace images, and versus control left, or versus character left. So to begin, the first one was Tekken game. So we're going to type that in. Next is content. Okay. After that, it's UI common. Then texture 2D. After that, it's replace images. And then this is where we will do our versus character left, versus character right, and custom character. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this, just like that. And then inside of here, that's where you will paste the asset that we got from the Tekken 7 texture. So now, assuming you were like done here, from here on, you would just do the same thing with the versus character right and the custom character one. I'm not going to do the same process 3 times in the video, but just know that the process is the exact same, other than where you do like the little bit of cutting. Like whenever it's left, you do like the cutting down here, but whenever it's on the right, you would just do it on the other side. And for the custom character, you don't even have to do any of that. You can just keep it as a perfect square. So after your file's set, you'll go to your packing tool and just drop into the packing bat. Hit enter. In this case, this tool automatically puts in my mod folder, so I can go ahead and launch Tekken 7 and see if it works. So a couple of things, and I'm just going to pause this screen right here. It turns out Lily actually has 2 default panels, so if you were following along exactly and it wasn't working, chances are you were just on the wrong panel, which I'm going to go ahead and show an image of the panel that was used here. I don't know why they gave her 2 default panels, but that was the case. Also, as you can see, I kind of like overcut the bottom and the top. So like figuring out like how the measurements can be tricky at first. And I would even recommend like loading in the border and stuff so you can cut like exactly. And sometimes it does take a couple of tries to get it right. But that's essentially it. Changing out any image is basically the same as this one. It's just locating it in the files, whether it be like a HUD image or like whenever you select the character image. The process is all exactly the same. That's it for this video. Comment down what you would like to see next, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.